In this video, I'm going to walk you through golfer's grip position. So golfer's grip is a hand position that we do in quite a number of specifically shoulder and arm focused exercises. So things like elbow curls, arm circles, cobra on the floor, static extension position on elbows. This hand position will come up in quite a bunch of different exercises, and I thought it would be useful to do an individual walkthrough of that here so that I don't have to talk about it in great detail when I'm doing other exercise cues. So golfer's grip looks like this. It is not a fist. You're not bending at those first knuckles. You're not weak through your fingers, and you're not bending at your thumbs. So we're really trying to challenge the function of our fingers and the palms of our hands when we do golfer's grip. And we've really got to consider it, because the exercises that we do it in, they are always exercises where you've got lots of other things to think about, like your shoulders are burning, or what your rib cage is doing, or what your hips are doing. But the hands are really important, and we have to think about them like we do any other part of your body. Your hands have as much of a role in keeping you pain-free as every other part of you. So we have to think about our hands as much as we do our hips, our feet, our glutes, etc., etc. So what we are looking for is an open palm position. We don't want this kind of crunched up, closed fist position. Open palm. You can see here that my fingers are like really tucked into my hand like little snails, so they're curling round each other. I'm not bent at that first knuckle like this, I'm bent at the second knuckle. Kind of depends on how you categorize it, to be fair, but that first section of your fingers is pointing up towards the ceiling with the others tucked in. You might find that really hard. So if you don't have the function in your fingers, you might find it really difficult to tuck them in, but just do your best. So keep them as active and squeezed in as possible. And the thumb is going to pull backwards. So you're trying to maintain this angle, like 90-degree angle here between the thumb and the index finger. As you become tired and as you become distracted, you're probably going to notice that you want to close that thumb up. So this is all just weakness through the hands and the fingers presenting themselves to you. Pull it down, really nice and firm and rigid. And something that is really important with golfer's grip is that we stay locked at the wrist. So a lot of the time in the exercises where we are doing golfer's grip, we are working on our shoulder function here at the top. And a lot of them are involving a kind of hinging or moving motion at the shoulder. And we're trying to get the movement happening from here, not the movement happening at the wrists. But if the shoulders are dysfunctional and stuck and we can't move there very well, what lots of people will do is they will use their wrists to compensate. So they're going to try and move at the wrist because they're not getting enough movement at the shoulder. So when we do golfer's grip, we really have to think about the wrists staying locked. There's never going to be a time when we do golfer's grip where we're looking to bend or move the wrists. They are staying rigid and firm. The fingers are staying rigid and firm, and the thumb is staying rigid and firm. So we're like locking this whole area so that we can focus on the movement of the upper arm and the shoulder blades. So just a final time, this is what it looks like. Not bent at the knuckles like this, not a fist, not weak at the thumbs, and not weak at the fingers. Really active and stiff, and no bending at the wrists. That was golfer's grip, and I hope you found that helpful.